Get live here. Okay, now I am live on YouTube. So I'm going to look up, I'm going to look down so I can see what I'm doing here. If you can see me, put in the comments you can see me. Let me say hello in here into the chat on okay, into the YouTube. Now, if you can't see me on here on the Facebook, go on the YouTube. If you can't see me on the YouTube, go on the Facebook. I will be linking something at the bottom here for you guys to download about manifesting, how to manifest. How do you manifest everything? How to manifest your dream life, how to manifest your car, all the things. But right now, I want to talk about the energy going on right now. Oh my God. So it has been so, I don't know, it's been for a long time for me going through this healing journey. It's been like 15 years, but right now I feel like I'm in my own little, another leveling up. On the healing journey, you believe that, you get to a point and you're here, and you get to your point and you're there, and it's never there. I think when you level up to the highest level, you're dead. So then you're with God, universe, whoever you call it. I call it God. So until you become become dead, until you die, which you never die. You're a spirit in this body. Like I'm a spirit in my body, and I go to a different realm where you can't see me, but I can see you, and I can see what's going on. And I experienced that because I hear my dad talk to me. I hear my grandma talk to me. I hear both my grandmothers talk to me. So I've always had that sense, and I've had that since I'm a little girl. But here's the thing: we all shut it down. We all can hear spirit. We can all hear God. We can all hear our higher self, but we shut it down because we believe we can't, or people tell us we can't. And that's why I want to talk about this today, is because me and my daughter just went to Gatlinburg for a couple of days, and it was like an awakening for me, because then when we were coming back, I was like, I don't want to go back. And when I moved back from Florida this last time, which was like a year and a half ago, I said, I don't want to go back. And then I thought to myself, but this is the right thing to do. I should be here. I should be here for the people I'm here for. And then I realized, what do you want? What are you wanting? Why are you playing small? Me, I am here. And my daughter said this to me yesterday. Well, you're making this house, because I got a beautiful house. Yes, I do. Anywhere I live, I make it to feel my most beautiful and expanded self that I can in the situation that I'm in. So this is the most beautifulest thing I can think of. And then the next house will be the next beautiful thing. I know people's like, the next house. Yeah. People say won't be my last house. And the feeling is here. The feeling is here. Like, okay, now we're going to be moving on. I believe that I am a soul. Now, we're all souls in a body. This body is going to go back to the ground, but our soul expands, it grows, it levels up, it ascends into the higher consciousness. So I work on my consciousness almost every single day. Yes, sometimes I have to take a break and do the Netflix thing and the human thing. Yes. But most of the time I am trying to work on my higher self, my higher beliefs, my higher goals, my higher version of myself. And you can see that on YouTube. I haven't been making a lot of YouTube videos, but there's so many on there, like 600. There's plenty for you guys to look at, to watch. And I did make a private one that I'm going to link down to here for you guys. It's never been seen here. It's never been seen on anywhere. And if you choose to get it, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. It's just my cheat code to manifestation, and how I've been able to manifest stuff without any money. how I've been able to manifest stuff with just the beliefs that I have. Like I wrote the book Believe. I'm not sure where it's at right now. The book Believe, and it's because I believe things into existence. I believe that I'm this, I believe that I'm that, and I believe that better things are coming. I believe, I'm not negative. I get around negativity and I fall down into the slope of it. But most of the time I'm positive. And I'm like, if you're negative, I'm like, goodbye, see you later, gotta go. And then everybody says, you're running. Exactly. I am running to have peace in my life because that's who I am. Our souls are love, peace, compassion, forgiveness, all the good, yummy things that a lot of people don't want to experience. Not that they don't want to, because we were born love, kind, and then we grew up in different homes that told us differently, and different schools that told us differently, and all the things. So we're all being programmed, but we can also program ourselves back to love, back to what we believe. Because I'll tell you what, so many people say, I've had these, okay, we're going to talk about that too, these allergy things going on. So many people say, well, this is what you should do, and that's what you should do, and this is all the things you should do. But these people that tell you this never really actually do them. So everybody always has a great advice for you. But if you look at their life and they're not doing it, then, don't take their advice. Not that you don't love them, not that, you don't care for them. This is the whole thing we need to work on. People think that if you don't do or take advice from people, or, like knowledge, people that have knowledge because they're older. No, that's not true. Because some people's beliefs are not your beliefs. And that's we need to separate. We need to write this down. What are your beliefs? Here's my mom's beliefs. Here's my dad's beliefs. Here's Johnny's beliefs. Now, what do I believe? Do I believe this is true for me? We have to start asking ourselves questions. What's true for you? Somebody called me earlier and said, this is what I should believe. And I said, no, I don't believe that. Well, this is what they said. Well, that's not me, and that's not what I believe. And here's the thing. If you are going to believe it, your body will feel it. The body keeps the score. The body knows, just like the allergies I've been having. The body knows that I'm allergic to something in my environment. What is it? I had a journal. I had to write for hours. I meditated for hours yesterday. And when I went to sleep, I did not have allergies. I mean, I was having them so bad I couldn't breathe. I felt like I'm going to go to the doctors. I'm taking my, pulse to see if I'm breathing right. All of the stuff, I'm fine. Today, little, that is it. Because I have looked into my unconscious mind, my body, your body's unconscious mind. So it holds on to the abuse. It holds on to the rapes. It holds on to the beatings. It holds on to the feelings like I've been abandoned. It holds on to my mom beat me. My dad did this to me. It holds on to those things. So you have to go. If you're a conscious creator, conscious mind awareness, and you want to do this, you can go into your unconscious body and say, why are you giving me this pain? Why is my arm hurting? Why is I'm having allergies? Why? And then you do the research. And then God gives you the book, the person, the video. It comes up and says, well, this could be this, and this could be that. And then what's the spirit? I always look up, what's the spiritual meaning of allergies? What's the spiritual meaning of side pain? What's the spiritual meaning of depression? And it always works out for me. I'll look up what's the spiritual meaning of a bird flying through your house, a spiritual meaning with a bat flying. I mean, I look up everything and it all resonates for me. It might not resonate for you, This is my journey. But so many people are on this journey right now. So many people are jumping on this journey. And if you find out what you believe instead of somebody else, then you can know what you're going to do for your life. And here's the thing, like my allergies said the spiritual meaning was anger, allergic to environment, allergic to people that you are around, allergic to beliefs that you have. And so I had to get rid of them beliefs. And then I looked at myself and said, what am I doing? And then people in my physical reality started to say, I went to Walmart and somebody said, oh, you're here? That's a sign. Okay. Then where would I be? Florida. That's where you would be. That's where they thought you was. Okay. Then somebody says, well, maybe you should just sell your house and move to Florida. A sign. Okay. Now another person says, oh, let's move to Florida. Okay. So these are signs that are coming up in your awareness. Now, here's the thing. Not that you jump on it and do it. You have to ask yourself, this is what's people saying to me. 2-3 different people that don't even know each other in this physical reality, and it's showing up in your life. So now what is your belief? What are you going to do? So I thought to myself, where's my higher self always at? Florida. And it's not even Florida. It's sunny. It's the winter here. No, I can tell you my higher self does not like winter. My higher self does not like boots. It doesn't like coats. It likes free, and it likes sundresses, and it likes flip-flops, and that's what it does. So here's me doing things for other people because I believe it's the right thing to do, and it might be the right thing to do. But what we are going through as a world right now, ascension of beliefs, is that you have to give yourself what you want. And because of this, here's the thing, because you allow yourself to be who you are meant to be here in this world, then others get to choose that too. So to the outside world, my life looked like, oh my God, it's crashing down. She's lost her house. She's lost this. Friends were calling me, did you move to Florida? Yes. Oh, what in the hell's going on? The best thing in my life. Everything that came out of that was amazing. I can manifest like this. I manifest better. Everything from that point has went up and up and up. You level up. You don't level down. You level up every single time. And God says, well, she's not going to take this shit anymore. So now we have to level up. She ain't going to take this shit anymore. Now you can level up. And when you do that, the people around you also do it and say, oh, well, I'm allowed to do that. And I'm allowed to move. And I'm allowed to have this. And I'm allowed to have fancy this. And I'm allowed to have fancy this. Because we were all raised to, you can't have shit. Just have the minimum. And you're not allowed to have anything. Just don't say anything. Just shut the fuck up and be quiet and all the things. You know, beat your ass if you talked. You don't talk back to me. You don't tell me what you want. It could have been, I want to go to the bathroom. Boom. I want something to eat. Boom. You're not allowed to. You literally were not even allowed to talk. These people just had you and said, shut the fuck up. Now, we don't live in a world like that anymore. And now we can express ourselves. We have feelings. We have emotions. We're allowed to talk and say all the things we want. But our unconscious mind, because we were raised like that, says, no, you're not. So you, as your own being, put that. You are still the 5-year-old that your mom said to shut up. You think, I'm going to go out here and speak my truth. And your 5-year-old inside you says, shut the fuck up. I know it sounds confusing, but believe me, you have to go inside, do the shadow work, hug that 5-year-old little girl and say, you can have whatever the fuck you want. Now, I'm proof of that. I am proof of this. I have a lot of people that's proof of this. I know a lot of people that's proof of this. And I also know that I've helped people prove this to themselves because some people say, oh, you healed me. The other day somebody said, you healed me. No, you healed yourself. I was just your bridge. So I made you or helped you believe for the healing, because I am not healing anybody, neither is anybody else. It's a bridge to where you need to be to get to the belief to see that you can do it, or channeled through God. I say things that comes out of my mouth I'm like, oh, I don't even believe I said that, because it's channeled through God, what that person needed to hear at that time for them to change. Because we all want to change. There's still so many things I want to change, but I know now that I've been living a small life, and I've been living a life of this is best for them. But the best thing is for me to be big and bold, and then that is how everybody else can be. Because if I'm playing small, then everybody else around me is going to play small. But it's time to stand up and be big and bright. And no matter what, it doesn't matter if one person sees this video or 100 million people see this video. The right people are supposed to see it. That's what it matters. It doesn't matter. Just like earlier today, I said, I don't want to do this thing. And my higher self said, you are making the meaning to it. There's nobody out here making the meaning to it but you. So if you choose to do it, it's you. If you choose not to do it, it's you. You're making the meaning. So if John says, you're ugly, and then you're like, yeah, I know. Well, no, you accepted what John said. But you could be like, John, have you looked at yourself? Or you don't want to be judgmental, but you can say, well, I don't believe that. Because a lot of the times, I'm going to say all the time, that people are judging you. And I've done it. I've done it, judging a lot. It's because of themselves. Well, you think you're better than me. No, you don't believe that you're good enough. You always look perfect, or you're not taking the time to do what you need. I have been on welfare. I have been on food stamps. I've been on all the things. And people says, well, you don't get any of that. Yeah, I have. Well, you don't look like it. Because I wash my ass and I brush my hair and I put some clothes on and I look good doesn't mean I don't need help. Because I'm not downing anybody on that stuff. Because I've had so many people say to me when I had my crystal shop, it was basically life coaching the whole time. A lady came in and said, I don't feel good about getting this, but I can't afford to feed my child. And I said, then why are you feeling bad about getting it? That's a belief. That was a belief. Somebody told you that you're not worthy because you get help. No, everybody needs help at some point of their life. And that's why I do these videos. I want to say it's okay to get help. It's okay to have your feelings. Somebody the other day said, oh, you're crying, shut up. No, cry your freaking eyes out if you need to, because that's what we need to do. We need to cry our eyes out. We need to feel emotions. We need to get whatever's in us out, because that little help that we get from people can maybe be our bridge to get something bigger. And everybody thinks, well, because I get help, I'm lacking something. No, you're not lacking anything. Actually, if you help this person and they help you, you actually bring more time and awareness to be more at ease and not have to worry about it, so you can be more of yourself and not so worried all the time about when am I going to have my next meal or who's going to pay this bill. Because I'll tell you what, if you're worried about your bills and who's going to do this and how am I going to pay this and how am I going to get my next Louis Vuitton, because, that's the whole fashion thing. Not that you can't have it if you can afford it. But if you're worried about all that stuff, you cannot be enlightened. You cannot be creative. It's not letting you. You don't have time. You're worried about oh my God, I got to feed my kids. I got to feed my kids. You don't have time to be creative. You don't have time to. So many of these TikTokers, I've seen these young women out here doing the TikTok, literally when they started making money, are bawling their eyes out because they was like, oh my God, now I can really feed my kids and be creative and not have to worry. That's what it is. Money takes away worry. Money gives you freedom and peace of mind. Money doesn't give you Louis Vuittons and flashy cars. It does. It gives you all that. But it gives you what you really want is peace and love, kindness, compassion. All this stuff doesn't cost anything. It doesn't even cost $1. But you have to get yourself out of worry so much. So if this money or the food stamps or whatever was helping you to not worry as much, take it. It's a gift. It's a gift from Donald Trump or whoever the hell you want to say. It's a gift from God. Say that, because I've had so many people come to me and say, I feel bad because of this. And I did too. I felt bad. I was like, oh, I'm not good enough because of that. That's not true. If you're alive, you are good enough. I've had this in my body for so long. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at that. And I've been in narcissist relationships where they're like, you think you're all that. And here's the thing. If somebody's saying you think you're all that, it's because they think they're not. It's not because of you. You are showing them something that they wish they could be, and they're not. They can be it. They choose not to, or they choose to say, oh, who do you think you are? I have said my name should be, who do you think you are? Because I think whoever the hell I want to be. I want to be an eBayer. I want to be a spiritual bitch. I want to be whoever I want to be at any chosen moment. I want to go deliver. I went and delivered to a guy today and didn't have any legs. To me, that was helping humanity. Now, you could say, oh, you're this and this and this. You work here, you work there. I work so many different places and bring so much money in at different places that sometimes I sleep and bring money. Sometimes I go out and help people. But I know one thing about me, and this could be a pattern that plays, and I'm sure it is. I cannot just sit here and make money and do nothing, like sleep and make money. I can only sleep so long. I am painting houses, digging ditches, doing all this stuff, but I love to do it. I love to make up porches. I love to paint. I love to paint the door the other day, pick up the weeds. I want to be involved. I want to keep myself busy. I love to do all that stuff. But we've been made to believe, well, if you do that, you're less than, or you do that. It's all yours. It's all your belief. So if you believe that you can't work at this stinking job because it's less than, then just change your belief about it. I do this for humanity. There you go. You change the belief. Then but always keep a side gig. I have sold on eBay for 20 years. 20 years. So I always keep that and plus I love clothes. I'm going to always love clothes. I'm going to have tons of clothes. I have clothes in every closet. I have 400 and something pieces on eBay. I have clothes out in the garage. My house was full of clothes, plus full of beautiful stuff that I surround myself with. That's a very important. Surround yourself with the beauty that you feel inside of you. Your environment is a part of you. And even that I love this environment, I don't love the outside environment, the town that I live in. And also the town that I live in doesn't have help for people that really, really need it. Like the other day, somebody went to get some help for something, and they don't have it. It's just like, oh, well, do you want more of it? Like more drugs? And I'm like, excuse me? What the hell? But you can go to Cambridge City or you can go to this, but this town has nothing like that. It's just like, does people even care? No, people don't care. in this town, for some reason, I don't know why, they just don't care. They don't have goals. I went to Walmart and I said, I have to go do a podcast. They don't know what a podcast is. What? People don't know shit here. I'm the only one person. I've asked people, I've asked business owners here to help me. Oh, I don't know. They'll just open a bar. Open a bar, open a drug place, open that's about it. Drug place, bar, church, nothing in between. So nobody can get really any kind of help or, and they say go to counseling. I've been to counselors here, and whether they do, listen to what I say, but don't really get me anywhere. I do more spiritual counseling for myself and others to get them to move into a different aspect of their life than anything that I went here. Now, when I was in Florida, and I do resonate with Florida because there people like changing lives there, changing moods there, changing perspectives there. You see that on the streets. You see the robots here, robots. I'm going to say I love it here, but I really don't. So I'm really not going to say that. I love people that live here. Other than that, I don't love it here. I've never loved it here. I've never been here to love it here. So I'm going to stop. Sorry, you guys. I'm going to stop acting like I do. And that's what I've been doing. I'm just like, oh, well, this is happening. So I better stay here, stay close by because of this. And then I'm diminishing my own light. I'm diminishing my own self, my own true self of what I really want. And then I just had an accident and almost died. So that kind of brought me up to like, oh my gosh, maybe I should live my true self, because what if I died tomorrow? That's what we have to do, you guys. And if people love you and truly care about you, they'll want that for you. They will want that for you. I want the best from everybody. I want to tell you something. I have fought for the best of people that's around me, but they choose no. They choose not to. This cannot be my problem anymore. And actually, it's a global thing that people are going through. Like, you are to access your own abilities to shine in the world. And if you're not, you're left behind. Not saying you're dying, but you're going to feel like you're dying, because since I've been like pushing my light down, not getting on here, not doing my thing, I have been feeling like I'm slowly dying until somebody says something and it clicked in my brain and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? And I have to take myself back. I have to love myself, because this is who all I have at the end of the day is me. No matter if I'm sleeping with a man or a woman or whoever, at the end of the day, it's me. I have been born here and went out through my life, and I'm going to die by myself. And I want to die in the best way that I could ever, not the best way, but on the journey home, on the way that I love, that gives me love, peace, and compassion, and it's okay if somebody doesn't want that. It's okay if they choose. Some people's path is alcoholism. Some people's path is drugs. Some people's path is to wake up and walk people home. Everybody's on a different path, and you have to be okay with it. And I haven't been okay with it, but I am now. I have to be, because I've seen that no matter what I do to help, if they don't want it, if they don't grab it, then they don't want to receive it. And then I can't make it about me and stop living my life. I have to live my best life, because people learn by, showing. I could say, you need to stop doing that. Don't cuss. And then I'm cussing. And then they're like, that's how they learn. People learn by seeing other people move. So you know what? We're going to start moving. We might physically move. We might do some moves. We might do some karate moves. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm still in this, I don't know. We're going to figure it out. Maybe here, maybe Florida, maybe, I don't know. I'm not even going to say I know right at this moment, but I'm going to say we all need to pay attention to ourselves, not selfishly, but just what do we want in our life? What do we really want? Because here I fell back into what do I really want? And I thought, oh, I'll make this house the most beautiful house I can make it. And that'll make me want to stay here. It didn't. So you can make a shithole look like a beautiful garden, but if there's still shit in the hole, it's still going to grow up and finally be like, you're covering shit with flowers. If you know what I'm saying, if you get it, you get it. Okay, you guys, I'm going to get off here. I am going to link, if you want to manifest your dreams and know how that I do this stuff, I'm going to leave a link down here, and it's Understand Store, and you can grab that and tell me what you think. I love you guys so much. I'm back. I am back. I'm getting back on doing all my things. If you guys want to be on my podcast, let me know, because I'm taking people in. I've been not ever ended putting stuff out there. I've always been doing shorts. So I have grown and grown and grown. I'm almost to 100,000. I think next week I'll be to 100,000 views, not subscribers, but views. So if you, a lot of my people, and I hear them say this all the time, a lot of my people don't subscribe, but they're watching. So we don't care if they subscribe. We need to know that they're watching, right? So if you're interested, let's jump on this, because we got this, babies. I love you. I love you so much. All right, let me end this on the YouTube. Love you.